you perfect is the enemy of the good, and you cannot read a book that isn't published, and you cannot write book 2 if you don't publish book 1. And it really, like, and I get varying amounts of kind of like badgered when I express opinions like this, because people are like, oh no, you need to do, like, it takes 3 years to get a book out. And it's like, no, it really doesn't. It doesn't have to at all. It can if you wanted to, but like, it only happens that way if you choose. Because if your book doesn't have any glaring plot holes, if your characters and dialogue are believable, and your story is interesting and entertaining in the genre that you've chosen, why are you waiting? Like, how much better can changing that one chapter be? Like, you have to decide what is. Once you get to the point where all you're doing is making very small incremental changes, then you're just moving like pieces around the board when it's done. And then you should decide to get some last feedback and ship it out.
Yeah. It can definitely be hard to know when to let it go.
I think that's great advice.
Yeah. I think probably the like fine tuning of that comes down to your process. Like you, Ben, I think do more work up front than I do. I come out with very messy drafts, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because for me, I can't feel it until I'm in it. So an outline is kind of worthless to me. Like I kind of know where I'm going. I have ideas, but then like as I play with it, stuff comes out that I just would never have thought of. And so I have learned to be okay with a messy draft, and I will spend more time in editing, but what I get out of it, I'm happier with than if I try to do it up front. So like, I think it depends like where you fall on that scale too. Where like I might spend more time editing but less time drafting because I'm just like, we're gonna go through it, and when I hit a spot where I'm like, this is weird, I'm like, it's future me's problem, and then we come back to it, you know. So like, it's part of it is that, but either way, there is a point where you're like, this is as good as I am right now.
Prolific
future me is
for.
No, future me hates me a lot. I tell you what.
Yeah.
It's all just which debt do you want to put yourself into, I guess. But but as an author though, you're relatively prolific, and I think like you still probably spend less time cleaning up your drafts than other people would in drafting 3, 4, 5 times. And it's like, and I get draft means different things to different people, because like some people literally rewrite their entire book in draft 2. And I could never do that ever, because once the story is out of my head, I'm not writing it a second time. Like, that's not how this works for me. But like some people literally, that's what they do. They don't edit. They literally retype their draft. And I'm just like, that hurts. That hurts my soul, like thinking about that. So it all comes down to your personal process. But again, in the time that you've published your books, Andrew, and that I've published my books, there are still people who are agonizing over their first draft. And like that, I think, is where people lose the plot.
Yeah, I think you do have to be willing to be okay at being bad at things, right? My first book will always probably, hopefully, be my worst book, right? Because I don't know what I was doing. And like, you have to be kind of okay with that, and that like each book will get better. There's a like, the perfect is the enemy of the good, but also you should chase the perfect as much as you can until the time is up. And like, I don't know, find the delta, and that's where like the success is.